Hi there, my name is Juan Balmori. I'm a program manager on the Business Connectivity Services client team. As Sanjay pointed out in our first video, once you have business data represented as an external list in SharePoint, you can then easily make it available in other Office applications such as Outlook, Word, and SharePoint workspaces. On this video, I'm going to show you how you can work with business data in Outlook. But first, I would like to provide some examples of it. In today's enterprise, there are many business entities on every business activity that can be easily represented as contacts, appointments, or tasks in Outlook. For example, you may want to have your CRM customers represented as contacts in Outlook, or some project tasks to be available as appointments in your Outlook calendar. With BCS, you can leverage your existing knowledge and skills to work with contacts, appointments, tasks, or posts that contain information from external systems such as databases or web services that integrate with legacy systems. So let's get started.
So it's really easy to connect an external list into Outlook. I have an example here. I have an external list named My Customers. I'm interested in bringing this to Outlook. So the way to do it is you go to the list ribbon and you'll find out here that there's a connect to Outlook option. So I need to click on that button, and when I click on it, you're going to see that all the artifacts that are necessary for this external list to be ready to use in Outlook are going to get created and installed on your machine. If you have a proper certificate configuration, you can get rid of this dialog, or if not, you just click on install, and then the solution is going to get installed in Outlook. In this case, the installation was successful, so if I close this dialog, going back to Outlook, you're going to see that all the items of the external list are going to get populated right here. It's important to note that, so here we go, have all the items there. It's important to notice that all the external lists that you bring into Outlook are going to get organized below the SharePoint external list PST store. So as you can see here, you can see the name of the site dash the name of the external list, and there you go. Once your items are in Outlook, you can basically work as you always have worked with Outlook. You can change the views. You can switch, for example, to a list view if you prefer, or to an address card view. You can also do filtering. You can work offline. You can work offline and change your items offline. For example, you can do here simple search, and when you open an item, you're going to see that the information from the backend system is mapped as the external content that was designed to. Some of the fields are mapped to native Outlook properties such as company, job title, email address, and there are other fields that are not mapped naturally to the customer fields in this case, and those will be available in a separate form region. So if you switch to the My Customer Details form, you're going to see the rest of the custom fields. In this case, I'm going to modify this contact. I'm going to change the email address of Jinx to be at hotmail.com. And I can do other changes, but once I save this contact, all these changes are going to get propagated to the backend system. This could be a CRM, or in this case, for example, it's a SQL Server database. So if I save the contact, the changes are being propagated to the backend system. So let me go back to SQL Server, and I will find out that the Jinx is a live.com. If I refresh this query, what I'm going to see is that the email address changed, so that now it's hotmail.com, which was expected. So what happens if I do a change in the backend system? If I put the email address back to live.com, you will expect to see these changes reflected on this contact. However, this will happen when the synchronization is triggered. By default, this happens every 6 hours, but you can force it. If you right click on the folder, you will see that there is a synchronization status option here that tells you when was last refreshed and how many items are there. And you can click on Sync Now, and then what it's going to do is we are going to go to the backend system, bring the data, and update back, as you see, back to the email address that I changed on SQL Server. So this was with contacts. You can do the same with external content types that map to appointments, tasks, or posts. I have another example here that was previously installed that is about tennis court reservation system. Reservations can be represented as appointments because they have a start date, end date, and subject. And I will see here that for today I have all these courts. On this court almost it's completely booked. However, there's a spot at 4 p.m. So I can go ahead and go to my calendar, and I can have a side-by-side view between my calendar and the court availability. And I say, hey, I want to play at 4 p.m. today, so I'm just going to cancel this meeting, and then I will go create a tennis court reservation here. And that's it. If I open this item, you will see that as opposed to the customer sample that I showed you, we have less custom fields. So if the custom fields are visible, you'll find out that there's not a separate region for them. In place, we have an adjoining region that will show all the other fields. So this is visible on the main form. Same thing here. If I save this item, the change is going to get propagated to the backend system. So in this demonstration, on this video, we show you how you can integrate an external list into Outlook, and then once in Outlook, how you can leverage your existing skills to create, update, delete items, and then by doing that, affecting directly a backend system. I hope you liked it, and in our next video, Lionel is going to show you how you can do a similar scenario but in SharePoint workspaces. Thank you very much for watching.